Man, I'll tell you what
So
I'm mad
funny.
about. Bad Bunny's doing the halftime show.
That's good.
Pissing me the
Bad Bunny's
No, of
good.
course. Who gives a It's very funny to me that people were upset about that.
Oh, I'm not upset about it.
Every
I'm
once in a
just
while,
not a fan.
the right gets it so wrong with what they're outraged. Everybody's outraged about everything, obviously. But when it's like, dude, don't lose on this one.
Why are
it's a
they
halftime
mad
show.
about
Who gives
Bad?
I think it's because he doesn't speak English. I'm trying to watch football.
Comedian Shane Gillis ripped MAGA for the reaction to Bad Bunny being named the Super Bowl halftime performer.
And my point was, last year's halftime show was barely intelligible. Maybe that was for China. Bing, bop, boom, ping, bang.
Oh, dude, you hate Kendrick.
No, I don't hate Kendrick.
Stop hating.
We don't have to talk Kendrick or
Didn't
Drake.
Shakira do the halftime show?
What?
I thought, didn't Shakira do the halftime show before?
Yeah.
What are they mad about?
I don't know.
Janet Jackson whipped her out on it.
Yeah, that shit rocked. Though.
Yeah, it was great. Man, that was a pivotal moment in like American history, like for TV and stuff.
That was considered, like now it'd be nothing.
Yeah.
I could have sworn she had a sticky over her.
She had like a it was, I think it was pierced, and she had this big thing like almost like a vote for me pin covering her whole nipple. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, it
yeah,
wasn't-
Pasty.
it wasn't that crazy.
It wasn't that crazy. Also, why'd they pretend it was like when they were like it was a wardrobe malfunction?
Along with other notable halftime performances.
Normally, we would not mention this, but the NFL just announced that an artist by the name of Bad Bunny will star in the Super Bowl halftime show in California in February. Not someone who might make at least a little bit more sense. No, instead, the NFL chose a guy from Puerto Rico, which is not a problem, but he sings all of his songs in Spanish, which is a problem. Not only that, just 2 weeks ago, Bad Bunny said that he never wants to perform in the United States again because he doesn't want his fans to get deported by ICE. This is a Trump hater and somebody who does not support ICE, meaning to Mr. Bunny, this month, again, we're still in September, he was never going to perform in the United States again. And then the NFL suddenly calls Mr. Bunny, and all those deep-seated, long-held reservations about ICE and Donald Trump suddenly just go away. He put out a promotional video today to let people know that he's going to be starring in the halftime show. There's Mr. Bunny right there, Mr. Bunny. And a lot of people were really upset about this video today, and they were upset because the whole thing was in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I don't want Spanish. I was always irritated when I was little and people would say, you know, if you speak multiple languages, it just helps you. If you get kids started early and they become linguists, that really helps them. Well, I mean, if you plan on living in the United States, just speak English.
Pro-bigoted outlets like these certainly did not help the cause.
The last thing I want to talk to you about is because I'm about ready to do my commentary on it. But do you think Bad Bunny is a good choice for the Super Bowl?
I'm not that knowledgeable about him, but it seems fine, and I don't know why it's a big deal. Seems like a great American artist, so sure.
He's
why
not an American artist, but
He's Puerto Rican. That's part of America, dear.
She threw that deer in there. That's how you know, like when somebody says some stupid shit, like women throw that deer in there, like, come on now.
Yeah, that's a real dart.
Nor did conservative pundit Tommy Lauren playing geography Barbie on Outkick.
Hey, did you guys hear Bad Bunny is doing the NFL halftime show? Can't wait to see ICE arrest him on stage live at the halftime show. It's going to be the best halftime show ever. They're going to show Bad Bunny who the real Bad Bunny is. To all you ignorant motherfuckers that keep commenting on that Bad Bunny video I did, he's a U.S. citizen. He's born in Puerto Rico. You guys are the same stupid that say Donald Trump is a dictator. Now, do you think Donald Trump gives a where Bad Bunny says he was born? No, he doesn't, okay? No, he does not give a where Bad Bunny says he was born. He's sending the goddamn military into U.S. cities.
So Metallica, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Jelly Roll, any country star, but you settle on Bad Bunny. Okay. I can't believe that the NFL thinks it's a good idea to have Bad Bunny perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. Like, who does the NFL think their fan base is? None of us football fans, or none of us men, want to listen to Bad Bunny perform at the Super Bowl halftime show.
That has announced that Bad Bunny, whoever that is going to be the artist that's performing at this year's Super Bowl halftime show. There's a lot of people upset about this because apparently Bad Bunny is a gay, transgender artist from Puerto Rico. I'm not exactly sure what they identify as or exactly who their fan base is. Definitely have not, I can honestly say 100%, look in my eyes, I don't know not one single song from this artist.
MAGA, of course, did MAGA.
So they named Bad Bunny the Super Bowl halftime show, and in the most predictable outrage ever, I'm pissed off! I mean, I'm mad. I'm a Category 5 Alex Jones. You know, year after year, NFL, you just keep messing up with these shows. And you should know better. You know I'm fragile. You should know that if the wind blows the wrong way, I'll boycott the breeze. It's in my nature. I was going to boycott this season anyway. I've been boycotting every year for the last 10 years, and I'm not quiet about it. I made it known. And then what do you stop doing? You stop catering to somebody like me, a guy who wasn't going to watch anyway. This is ridiculous. Nothing's for me anymore. I'm a straight white English-speaking American man, and if 15 minutes out of the year isn't directly for me, I'm pissed off! I'm not happy unless I'm mad. And did you know Bad Bunny's not even from the United States? I bet not. That means something, being from the United States. Just ask The Weeknd, Rihanna, and Coldplay. You know, at least when you brought in a foreigner, Shakira had the decency to have a big fat for everybody to look at. You done messed up now, NFL. Here's a little preview of my review of this year's Super Bowl 4 months in advance. That halftime show, that was demonic. It was gay. It was anti-ICE. It was unpatriotic. It was too sexual. It made me think. I couldn't understand a word he was saying.
Comedian Brent Terhune had fun with it.
Do you want to know why MAGA is melting down over Bad Bunny? It's not about the Super Bowl, and it's not even about football. It's about who gets to belong, according to them. See, Bad Bunny is one of the biggest artists on the planet. He sells out stadiums. He breaks records. He wins Grammys. But the minute the NFL gave the halftime stage to a Puerto Rican American who sings in Spanish, suddenly it's, I'm not watching, and learn English. They say it's not political, but come on. If this exact same performance came from a white country singer, they'd call it patriotism. And the truth is, people like this are exactly why DEI exists. See, they're the reason equal opportunity laws had to be written in the first place, because there are still far too many people who would never hire, never promote, never give the mic to someone who isn't white unless they were forced to. Or in this case, they're not going to watch the Super Bowl at all. See, they see a Latino artist at the Super Bowl and think, that's not America. But it is. And that's what scares them most. So no, they're not mad about the music. They're mad that the face of success doesn't look like the past anymore.
Shauna also weighed in and spoke eloquently on the subject.
This will be the worst Super Bowl halftime show you have ever watched in your entire life. 2025 Super Bowl halftime show will be performed none other than Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. It's Bad Bunny, it's not pronounced Bad Bunny. You want to insult a 3 Grammy Award winner by not pronouncing his name? It's nothing new from you guys, is it? After all, you had a hard time pronouncing Kamala Harris's name. So I'm not surprised that you would choose to mispronounce Benito's name. So now, MAGA can't say that Benito is not good enough for the NFL, but now they're saying he's evil. He's going to be performing some satanic acts. Of course you would come up with this. Why not? You have nothing else. You're mad at the fact that, yes, it's going to send a political message, and also, yes, he doesn't like your Lord and Savior. He goes against everything this administration stands for. And why wouldn't he? He's a Latino. See, only the coward Latinos, especially those who voted for this administration, would choose to support an administration that goes after our own community. But Benito is against all of that because he feels the pain that all Latinos are feeling right now while they're being chased like dogs and put in cages while they stake out in front of their homes at 4 o'clock in the morning and break into a home and separate children from their parents.
Ditto with the Hat Lady on TikTok. So look, y'all, I think this is pretty easy to understand, okay? They don't think Bad Bunny is American because he speaks Spanish. They don't think Bad Bunny is American because they don't know the history of Puerto Rico. They're mad because Bad Bunny is not a white country singer. They are really upset that instead of keeping a game that they are trying to grow as much as they possibly can globally by picking a global superstar, that they didn't keep it in-house in the country. It says a lot because, as we know, critical thinking is not necessarily a trait on the other side of the aisle. As I look at this, they have expanded the game to Mexico City, Berlin. Mexico City is nothing new, but Berlin. They had, the Bills in Canada for a while. So they've gone to Mexico City, Toronto, Berlin, London, Brazil, and they're going to play at the Bernabeu in Madrid. And you want the National Football League to pick Kenny Chesney? The internet is great, right? The internet is great because we're able to look up things in real time, and we're able to read an infinite amount of books and research a ton on theory and fact check, etc. But for some platforms, the algorithms, in certain cases, push forward nonsense. And the fact that we are fed this on our feeds on, I would say, 2 to 3 different platforms is intentional. And it shows that people who would largely just be writing on Facebook are having their view counts and engagement go up because they put out pure, unadulterated nonsense. These takes should not be popular. These takes should not be reaching a massive audience because they are filled with nothing burgers, and yet we continuously have to see them. Why? Answer that question for me.